Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the daily scan for Friday, September 12th, 2014. I had 13 on mine. I don't know why. Anyway, we got through the September 11th 9/11 anniversary, I believe, without any major incidents. But jobless claims was not all that swell, I guess you could say. And the Treasury budget, let's just take a peek at that and see how they did. Let's see, 2014, pretty big deficit in August. That's pretty much what I look at, just to see, what the trends are. And July was pretty high. We're looking at the pink one here. July was pretty high compared to the previous 3 years, and August is probably in line with the last 3 years, maybe actually a little bit lower than each of the last three. So we have September, and then the fiscal year ends and begins again with October. So we'll see if we end up with a surplus in September or not. So where are we now? Actually, the deficit was $128 billion, which means that had to come from someplace. And that comes from, I believe, selling U.S. Treasuries. Okay, selling more than what you have is like borrowing more than what you have. Same thing. Okay. Let's move back here. For today, we have retail sales, import and export prices, consumer sentiment, and business inventories, all at or before 10 a.m. All right. Across the ponds, over in Asia, mixed to slightly bullish, and in Europe, flat to slightly bearish is what I would call that. Okay, we're done with that part of it. Let's take a look at the futures here in the U.S. I'd call that flat. So we're actually flat there. Gold is down to $12.38. Can you believe that? Wow. And silver is at 18.62. So usually I buy a silver dollar for each Christmas for each of the grandkids, and I think I'm going to have to seriously consider doing that a tad bit early this year, because I think, last year I paid about $35 or $36 a piece for them, because they do have an ounce of silver in them, and plus there's some numismatic value to them. But I think that's what I paid. And oil's at 93.29. It was down quite a bit yesterday. It was down in the 92s. I think we can take a look at a chart here and see what it looked like yesterday. Keep our fingers crossed we don't have a crash here. Yes, oil was down to $90.43 yesterday. That's pretty low, but looks like the support level here is probably going to hold for now. But, you just never know what's going to happen. Alright, let's catch this chart up here. I don't know why it's so far back. Yeah. And we can zoom out just a tad. Yeah, things didn't, and that was prior to market open. So I remember, in making the recording, it was pretty low. But that's the way it is. Alright, so yesterday I sold BIDU. Or I should say I bought it back. So the bear call on BIDU, I am now out of it. And I think we're going to crash. it did crash, and I am back. Now we should be okay now. So we were going to look at BIDU, which exited yesterday for 71 cents. Not sure what's going to happen today, but I thought I'd get out yesterday. I was at, out of $1.01, I was at 70% of my profit potential, and we did get this little hook here. I believe it might have been a little bit later in the day. But anyway, I am now out and looking maybe to go with a, I don't know about a 50 delta, but to go with a some sort of bull put on this, but we'll check that out later. So I am going to get rid of all my drawings on this puppy because there are quite a bit of them, and we'll just kind of start from scratch. So now I am looking at a pretty fair probability, I would say, for a 50 delta, but I just don't like trading on Fridays. Let's work this thing over here. Where is... There we go. So I'm not sure that that looks good enough for me for a 50 delta, although yeah, pretty solid green line up here. I'm going to write it down anyway and watch it and make my decision on whether it would be a 50 or a 20. So we have a nice solid green up and a nice solid red down. All this happening in the space of like 3 days. So and this one's 1 to 5 days. But we just need confirmation down here. And we might just jump in with a 50 delta. I haven't traded one on a Friday in a very long time. Would I do one with expiration today at the open? I might. Or it'll be an expiration next week, but I'm always fearful of weekends. Especially, well, I guess I shouldn't say especially. It could be bullish or bearish. A weekend is a very long time and a lot of things can happen. Alright, without wasting any more time, let's start our scan. We'll start out with Apple. And where's my chart? Here it is. And here's Apple. And I blew this yesterday. I didn't see it coming. So I did not get in on this. I think it would have been probably a pretty good trade. The alert went off in the afternoon. We had an alert on this, remember? The alert went off. When did it go off? Let's see if it's still on here. Let's see, alert on Apple. There it was at 15:40. So 20 minutes before the market closed, I get the alert and I say, well, you know, it's a little bit late in the day. Market's been very sluggish. I'm not going to risk a trade. So I didn't. Okay, next up is Amazon. 20 drawings on this chart. Let's get rid of some of those. I think every once in a while drawings come back. After I delete them, they just come back to haunt me. I'm not sure. Okay, so what do we have here on Amazon? We don't know what we have. We have no moving average. Basically, the 20 and the 50 have converged and they're flat. But we do have a nice, good, pretty red down on the stochastic and a hook up here. Amazon might be a candidate for today. So I'm putting that down to look at a possible 50. I'm going to put a little target in here just to remind us that that's what we're looking at. Next up, Boeing. We had them down for a bull put. We could have done that. It would have been a good 20 delta. Might still be a good 20 delta. but not for me. So I'm going to take a pass on that, and we'll see how that plays out. 20 delta would have put us, and this is a little bit late looking at this too, but for next week a 20 delta on a bull bear call would have been probably around 130, which is up here, and that would have been a good, that would probably be a good play. So let's see how that one works out. Remember, Boeing's a new one. BIDU we already covered. Chipotle, 12 drawings older than 30 days. Really? Oh, here's one. Let's delete them all. Thanks for the warning. We don't know what Chipotle's doing here, so we're just going to take a pass on that. Too much consolidation going on there. Alright, Costco is down here. We have a setup on Costco. On the MACD. Oh, this is, oh. Yeah, not real exciting on the MACD, but looks pretty good on the stochastic. We were looking for a possibility to get in with a bull put on Costco, so we might just do that. So I'm calling this a setup. I mean, you can't deny it. Even though I'm not real excited about the price action, you can't deny what we're seeing down here on the indicators, and that's what we trade by for the most part. So let's put that down for a setup. There. Okay, let's take a peek at the Dow, see how our double top is doing. Our double top is doing swell. I think it's trying to make up its mind. And we could have a big push up. So I am right now starting to turn a little bullish, which means the market's probably going to pull back. Whatever my sentiment is, the market does the opposite. I'm not even going to bother with gold. Google. Yeah, we're still in setup mode here with Google. We have another 2 days that we can wait for this confirmation on the MACD. Although I think it's getting long in the tooth, we better get one today. Alright, LinkedIn. You know, a lot of setups here. LinkedIn, we're still waiting. I'm going to get rid of some of these. There might be a bunch of old drawings on here, so I'm going to get rid of those and redraw my target. Push this back a little bit. Throw a target in here, and we'll keep an eye on that. NDX. Actually, I should move this over because this is a 20 delta here, and it actually came a little bit earlier than what I had expected. If we get, I'm going to set an alert on this one. If we get a move above this high today, I might just get in on this. This is not a 20 delta alert, but just a regular, I mean not a 50 delta alert, it's a 20 delta alert. Next up, Netflix. My hand is going to sleep. Oh, okay, we got old drawings on this one too. Let's get rid of some of those. Just kind of cleaning things up. Maybe we'll get a little faster response on this. Lots of consolidation going on here, so not interested at this time. Ooh, okay, 10 drawings on a chart that are more than 30 days. Let's get rid of these drawings. Sorry to chew up your time doing this, but we're looking for actually a 50 delta. Let me see, draw this again up here. let's take a look at Russell. We are in Russell right now. It doesn't look real good, but we're going to take a look, see how things go. I'm going to put an alert in here at 1180. This is a bail alert. We'll make that at 1180. Okay. Bail alert in, and this is a potential 20 delta with a bear call. If that alert goes off, I'm not going to be doing it, but I'm going to write it down anyway. Okay, youngest grandson's birthday today, so he's pretty excited. He's 6 years old. Alright, SPX, come on. Ooh, 24 drawings. Okay, we got a bunch of old drawings. I took this out yesterday. I have no idea why this stuff keeps coming back. I'm telling you, they come back to haunt you. Alright, I think I will send Thinkorswim an email and ask them why drawings keep reappearing after I get rid of them. I'm pretty sure that I got rid of these yesterday. Okay, SPX, what do we got here? We have, this is a 20 delta. And if we get movement above here, above the high from yesterday, I'm calling this, let's get in and play. There we go. So that's going on my 20 delta list. We're almost done. Almost done. Tesla. Okay. Nothing right now for Tesla. And we'll just bring up Visa here and see what we got. Yeah, I don't know what we got of anything here. Come on. I don't know what's going on. Hang on. Here we have it. Choppy. Very choppy. Not interested right now. Okay, so that's it for today. We have a weekend coming. A full week of trading next week. Should be a blast. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great weekend and happy trading.